Hello and welcome. This is Alchemistexe, and this is a weekly update for April 22nd. Sorry about the lateness, busy week. But for this week, we have a new unit, Ryui. She is a dark missile unit. Seems like she's pretty solid. More about her when I do the banner overview, but long story short, if you want her, I'd say transmute her. Pretty common story, I suppose. And then Magnus has a Job Plus, which is good. And then Magnus, Wilhelm, and the new unit Ryui all have new mementos as well, and they are all normal pool. More about that later. There's also a port raid going on for this week, and it's the typical like turn count. You can only use any given unit once, and you can do it 3 times a day. I'm not a big fan of the content, but still think you should do it as much as you can, get the rewards, etc., because there is good stuff in the shop. In fact, I wanted to point out a couple of things before we go on to the Job Plus event. So for the port shop, there are some accessories. I guess I already bought. There's one of them I already bought, but it's the Hunter of Great sold out is covering it. But it'll put a curse of death sentence on a unit. So if there's a unit you want in a raid and you don't have those death panels, or can't get to them or whatever, it's really nice because they can do their support thing and then they'll just automatically die and get replaced by, you know, a sub, like maybe a Dark Phantom, something like that. And then another really good accessory, if you haven't gotten it, is the Divine Spirit Arrow, because you can use that to increase a character's move. It's nice that they have that because that was like a seasonal thing from like before I even started playing. And so if you didn't have it, you didn't have it. But now you can get it, and it doesn't cost that many port coins. So even though I don't like the format of the raids, I still think it's worth doing what you can just because the rewards are that good. Okay, so on to the Wildcard Hero event. So first things first, you can get Magnus for free. Oh, I already finished the challenge board, but you can get him in 150 shards. So that's great. If you're new, definitely get him. He can help you out quite a bit. Especially if you're still slogging your way through the main story. Missile units are really good, especially in the first few chapters, and they can make your life much, much easier. Unless you've got a map clear unit already, in that case, you're already set. But the Wildcard Hero event is the dungeon quest style, where you get the quests and get the tickets, fight the boss, etc. Most people probably know what to expect. And as far as unlocking Magnus's Job Plus goes, you need to get the tokens from the first step here. And then after that, everything else is going to be in missions or milestones from clearing out the hard quests and the normal quests. So if you do all of those 5 times, you should be set. And if you're just getting started, then it'll take you 2 days because you need to clear the hard quests 5 times. But yeah, that is about it. Just a couple of reminders. If you haven't gotten Vettel's Job Plus, I recommend doing that because he's just that good. The Tower Negrito is going to end this week as well, so keep that in mind. And aside from that, that's about it for the content. It's Port Raid and Magnus event. So yeah, let's move on to the banner overview. Okay, so first things first, free daily thing. You can get some good stuff off of here. Yesterday I got 25 fire shards, which is great because I'm very, very hungry for those. So let's just knock that out real quick. Reliefs, I think, are the best case scenario, but elemental shards are always nice. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice too. I'm pretty hungry for those mallets. I didn't know how much I loved them until recently, and I started making really specialized 3-star runes. But yeah, so let's talk about the paid banners first. There is a unit reroll banner. Pretty typical unit reroll banner. Depends on what your needs are and how big of a spender you are. If you're a pretty up there spender, probably worth your money. If you're not a big spender, it depends on what you need. Like someone like me where I have almost every unit that I want that currently is released, not a great idea. But if there's a big pool of units you'd like to get, then it could be. A slightly more interesting banner for paid is a gear one, where you're guaranteed one of these 3, and then you also get they're all 5-star form, which is nice because you can save yourself a bunch of gold shards. If there are a bunch of gears that you would like to have, the Kukulon earrings especially are nice because you get agility and HP regen. I don't know too much about the other two, but it also only costs 900 to pay gems, so depending on your gear situation, could be worth your while. Next up is a not worth your while banner, although there is an interesting thing about this one. So Magnus and Wilhelm are farmable, and Ryui's shops are available in the Louis shop. On the first day, on Thursday, they weren't, and that was not intentional. They put a thing in the news saying that she's now in the shop. So definitely, if you want to get her, that is the best way. But there are these tickets that you can use that once you get 10 of them, you can do a pull. So if you are really, really wanting to get Ryui, and you're most likely going to do the transmutation path, you might want to wait until you've gotten all 10 of the tickets they're giving away for free, and then, do that one multi. Probably won't get her, but if you did get lucky, then you could not have to transmute. So just something to think about. Next up is a Limit Break Festival, and this is pretty good, especially if you're free to play, because it's very, very cheap, especially if you have 2 discount tickets, because you can use them and then do 400 or 500 pulls, and you're not going to be guaranteed to get anything good, but it's a good pool. Some great units. I think Najee was great. I think Dark Julia is great, and her shards are absolute nightmare to get. So definitely good. And then next up is probably the most interesting banner of this selection by a huge margin, because this is something, as far as I know, we have not seen anything like this. At least since I've started doing banner reviews, there has not been anything like this. You can make your own limited pool of mementos, and the 6 that you choose are going to make up the 5-star pool. And then on step 5, you're guaranteed to get one of them. So a couple of things to think about, though. I'm not going to say everyone with, 2 discount tickets plus and, say 8,500 gems should do it. I'd say a lot of people probably should do it if you want the mementos in this group, but nothing is guaranteed aside from that one in step 5. So you could have really bad luck and then just get one of them. But as long as you really, really want one of the 6 and you're not too worried about which one it is, then I'd say it's going to be worth your while. Just because the potential to get other ones is up there. And then you can also choose to switch in between steps. So if you get one of the ones on the 6, you could trade it out for another. So definitely really cool. And then after that is a more standard 9-step. So good mementos all around. But all normal pool. So that is something to think about. And that is it for the new banners this week. There's some old ones. So as far as discount tickets go, there's a decent amount of places you could use them. But I would say that featured one is probably the best case for most people. And if you're not interested in any of these mementos, say you're more hungry for limited units, then I would say the recommended Limit Break Festival is going to be the way to go. So yeah, that is it for the banner overview. So next up, I'm going to summon on the featured memento banner. Okay, so first things first, I have to select the mementos. So as far as my wants and needs go, I'm going to say number 1 is Nina Holiday for sure, just because I would not mind having that leader skill. Next up is Ankh, just because he's awesome. He's already awesome without the memento, so having it would be very okay with me. Oh, definitely Ravenna, because she's another awesome unit even without that, but having that would be extra cool. Next up, I'm going to go Rado. I'm looking forward to his Job Plus. 2 more. Berta swimsuit. I think that speaks for itself. And then, let's see, either Hazel or Cheryl. You know what? We're going to go with Cheryl. Cheryl's already pretty great at lowering light res and lowering reaction, so anything to make her better. Alright, so this is my pool that I'm going to go with. Okay, and it's nice that you can change it in between. So discount ticket number 1. And here we go. I'm just like, if I can just get one good pull from these 5, I'll be pretty happy. Remember the last time I did summoning was pretty sad. Hey, there we go. A red circle. We are off to a good start. Yeah, it's kind of nice in that you don't have to be super lucky for this to be worthwhile. The only thing I haven't given a lot of thought about is how I'll change the lineup depending on what I get. Because I have a lot of them already. And there's ones that I don't have that I'm not super interested in. Like, I'm not super interested in Emma's. Even though that skin does look kind of cool. But I already bought her character skin. Some characters have too many skins, and some characters like Fenglu don't have any, and I don't understand it. It's like, guys, we can only have one at once. It's not like mementos. Hey, wasn't there supposed to be a red in here somewhere? Oh, there it is. Oh, we got the Nina one. Nice. Well, that was happy. I'm wondering, do I really need to go to step 5? I think maybe I'll just do 2 steps then. Because I really wanted the Nina one. I suppose dupes would be alright. I'm just going to scan this one more time. I suppose there's always Hazel. You know what? Yeah, let's give Hazel some love here and swap Nina out for that. Do one more step. Yeah, I don't think I need to go all the way to step 5 now, because that was the one that I wanted the most. And it's taken care of already. As much as I love Ankh, I don't know if I can justify that. Because there are definitely going to be some expensive things in the future. Like Andex or Nimble. And I still need to get that Saga Memento at some point. And that might easily end up costing 20k. So being able to do this on the cheap is kind of nice. But I think it's worth at least one more. Let's see if I burned all of my luck. Or if lightning will indeed strike twice. I think lightning just struck twice. Because I don't think it's going to say downloading for nothing. That would be mean. That would be like unprecedentedly cruel. Looks like we just got the 1, but I'll take it. Pretty good for 1,000 gems. Alright, let's burn through the blues and the yellows. Alright, what is it going to be? Oh, it was Hazel. How fortuitous. That is a pretty cool getup, I have to say. So yeah, I guess I'll be experimenting with her a little bit more. Alright, that one didn't turn red, and I think there was only the 1. Yep, cool. Well, not bad for 1,000 gems. So yeah, I'm gonna call it good there, because that way I can save a little bit of gems. But hopefully all of you summoning had good luck as well, and I will see you all next time.